Thing going on. Hey, everybody, this is Rene, Michelle, Floyd. How are you on this afternoon? IG family here, and my YouTube and Facebook family there. How are you? Yes, this is Rene Michelle Floyd, and I am coming to you live and in living color on the first day of March 2023. Can you imagine? we just we just came into February. Can you? Oh my God, time is moving on. I'm always amazed at how fast the time goes. So I want to I want to talk to you all about a subject, as you can probably see on the screen, the effects of dyeing your sister locks. Now, I know I may be stepping on a few toes when I talk about this subject, right? Because I know that I have a lot of sisters out there that love to dye their hair. Hey, Carolyn, how are you? Good to see you all here. Thank you for joining me. Thank you. Yes. So yes, this topic today is going to probably, set some people straight, and it's going to probably hurt some feelings and make you think. That's the main thing that I want you to do is think about the effects of dyeing your sister locks, what it has on your health, your physical health, and the health of your hair. So I have an article that I want to just take some highlights out and just share with you what that is, and then we're going to talk about some of the alternatives. You're going to learn some things about alternative alternative hair dyes, right? We're going to see whether they're good or not so good, right? We're going to talk about that. And then we're going to talk about our case study, our steaming your sister locks case study is going super well. I am super excited. And we're going to also talk about the steaming challenge. Now, I have not been talking about the steaming challenge too much because I was really trying to get the case study off the ground, but we're still in the throes of the 12-week steaming challenge. In fact, we're in the end of week 8, right? So we have about 4 more weeks to go, and then we'll be celebrating, right? And so I'm going to start talking about that more so you all won't forget that we are still in the throes of the steaming challenge, the 12-week steaming challenge. Now, our case study is a 4-week study. Now, that's quite different in that you will be, really studying your hair. You'll take before and after pictures. We have people in the group that's already doing that, and I am so excited, to just go through the journey with you. You know what I'm saying? Because it's always good to just have some support, and I know how some of you feel, and I've been there, done that, and so it's just great to have a camaraderie and have a group of people that can celebrate and support one another, right? So now, for all of my YouTube fans, right? Please like the video. If you do, comment, leave your comments below. I respond to the comments, right? So comment to anything that I'm going to be talking about today. Ask questions, that kind of thing. I'm very interactive, and make sure that you subscribe, because each time that I publish a video, you will be notified, especially if you click on that little bell right on the side, and that will let you know. If you click on that bell, it will actually, it's like an alarm, right? So it will alarm you when I come out with a new video, right? So All right. So now, I wanted to just tell you, first of all, yes, let me introduce myself. For those of you who do not know me, my name is Rene Michelle Floyd, and I am a retired certified Sisterlocks consultant. I really enjoyed my career. I mean, I was full time, right? I did it full time. That's all I did. I'm an early bird, right? So I used to love starting at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock in the morning, and then I'll be done at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and I had the rest of my day, right? That was my favorite schedule, and it worked out really, really well for those who had to really work. And when I first started, I worked on from Sunday to Friday afternoon. I never worked on Saturday. Maybe in all my career, I probably worked 3 days out of the 15 years that I was a consultant. And I don't even know what those circumstances were, right? And it probably was in the late afternoon because I'm a Sabbath keeper. And so I did not work on Saturday, which, I mean, it worked out perfectly fine. So if I have any people that out there that is worried whether working on Saturday, if you're a Sabbath keeper, will work for you, because that's the most popular day. But I'm telling you, God always blessed me. I never was short of money. Clients, I never was short of clients. In fact, it actually worked out better, because Sunday, I worked on Sunday, and I would take people at 6 o'clock in the morning, and they'd be done in time to go to church with some fresh, retightened sister locks, right? And so it worked out perfectly fine for me. So that's what I used to do. Full time is installing sister locks, retightening. But when I very first started my natural hair career, I was doing braids and twists and dreadlocks and brother locks, and I never did chemicals because I was a natural hair care specialist. So I only dealt with natural hair, right? So I never dealt with chemicals. So I would put extensions in, extension braids, and then eventually my business grew so big, right? I stopped doing braids and twists, and I would only do dreadlocks and sister locks, and 90% of my business was sister locks, and my braid clients and my twist clients I gave to my daughters, right? And so my three daughters, I have three daughters and three sons, and the three daughters do hair very well. I have one daughter that is a professional hairstylist, in terms of she has her own suite in Woodland Hills, California. And that's what she does full time, is hair, right? And so she started working with me. I started training her when she was 13 years old. And now she's 33, 34 years old and have a thriving business. And she has exceeded her mama, right? She now does, so right now she just got notice that she's an official Sister Locks trainee, right? And so what that means is that she's going through the certification process. And so soon she will be a certified Sister Locks consultant. And so she does sister locks, she does dreadlocks, she does the cherry locks, which she adds extensions onto sister locks for those who want to start out with long sister locks, right? Now I call it cheating, right? Because you just skip right in front of the line and just get your long sister locks, right? Sister locks is a journey. But hey, these young people these days, we live in a microwave society, right? And so a lot of them don't want to go through the journey. They want to just get instant gratification. So she's giving the people what they want. And so people want instant long locks. And so she does that. Excellent, excellent job. She's a perfectionist. And I told her, if I didn't have my sister locks and I was looking for somebody to do my hair, she would definitely be the one I would choose, right? And so her name is Kane, the stylist. Let me see if I can bring it up here. So if you are in California in the Woodland Hills area, this is her Instagram handle, Kane the Stylist. And then she also has Sephora Kane, right? So contact her on Instagram. You can see her work. She does excellent work. And I just want to put a plug in for her. But I trained her when she was, young, 13 years old, and she just loves hair, right? And doing hair. So that's one of my daughters that actually does it full time. My other daughter, my middle daughter, she does Sister Like. I gave her my book of business when I retired, right? And it helped her make it through school. It helped her make it through school, and so she still have some of the original clients that I referred her to, and also some new clients. My youngest daughter, she has a beautiful baby girl and a handsome son. So she doesn't have her daughter in Sisterlocks. I just know she would be precious with Sisterlock. So she does beautiful braids, and she keeps her daughter's hair natural, and she does her own hair as well. But she doesn't have Sisterlocks right now either. All of us, we had, like my son, right? My son's hair is all the way almost to his waistline, and I call those brother locks, right? Because they're on a man, right? And so his hair is super long, and so he has the brother locks, and then all three of my daughters, they all had the sister locks. And so my oldest daughter, the one Kane, the stylist, in fact, I got a story to tell you about her. She's the one that cut her sister locks out first, when she got grown, because I had a rule that, look, I started doing, I put my youngest daughter's sister lock. She was the very first client I had, my youngest daughter. And she was 5 years old. In fact, she inspired me to go and learn how to do sister locks. She said, Mommy, I want those sister locks. Can I have those in my hair? Right. So I went on and I took the class, and she was the very, very first one that I put sister locks in. And she loved it. She was smiling from ear to ear. Right. And so she had them in. And then my middle daughter, I put hers in. And then my oldest daughter, she wasn't ready for the ugly stage, right? The little short stage. So she used to like to wear the long extension braids, right? And so what I did was took her one weekend to the Sister Locks homecoming, the little gathering that they have every year. And I took her, and she saw all these young ladies, right? All these young ladies that had long hair, and it was their own hair, right? And she said, oh, yeah, I think she was probably, well, how old was Kane? Kane, I think she was probably 11 years old or 12 years old at the time. And when she went and saw all those young girls with their hair was long, but it was their own hair, she was recruited. And so I put her sister locks in as well. And so she spent her whole high school with her sister locks. And so I had a rule that, once you leave my home, once you get out of high school, then you can do whatever you want to do with your hair. But having three girls, it was so convenient to have those sister locks, right? Because the hair grew, and then whatever style I put it in, it was going to be cute, right? Because it was their hair. And so once my daughter, Kane, got older and got grown and everything, she took it upon herself to go and cut her hair into a Halle Berry style. You remember that Halle Berry style, the little short style? And oh my goodness, because she has such an influence, right? That influenced my other daughters. And so my middle daughter, when she got out of high school, she went on and she actually picked her sister. Now her hair was probably down to here. It was beautiful. She had thick black hair. And so she actually took, I think it was a week, or was it 2 weeks? I think it was a week for her to take her locks out. But in the process of taking her locks out, she was pulling a lot of her own hair out because, once you lock, it's locked, right? And so she pulled a lot of her own hair out, and her hair just did not turn out the way she thought. She thought that, so for instance, her hair was about my length or just a little bit longer, and she was taking the locks out, but her hair was just pulling out because she has 4C hair, right? And so, and at that point, she had the locks in, wow, let's see, I think probably 8 years at that point. And so anyway, it didn't come out the way she thought it was going to come out. And then my youngest daughter, oh my gosh, she at 6 months before she graduated from high school, she just didn't want me to retighten it because she wanted some growth, because she was gonna have a TWA, a teeny weeny afro, right, when she graduated from high school. So I didn't retighten her hair. Her 6 months into her senior year, and so once she graduated from high school, she had me to, and I have it all on video. It's on this channel here somewhere, and it's one of my most popular videos. And so anyway, she had me to cut her hair all the way down to the new growth at the root of her hair. And we have it all on video. It's right here on this channel somewhere, one of those videos. And I tell you, it broke my heart. It broke my heart. And so all three of my daughters cut their hair out of Sisterlocks when they left and graduated from high school. But my son, he kept his in, right? So he started his brother locks. I started his brother locks when he was in the 11th grade, and now he's 32, right? So his hair is super long, is gorgeous. That's his trademark, his brand, right? And so, but now my middle daughter, she has sister locks again, and so her locks is really growing. And so this particular style was named after her, the Siku, because she is the one that invented this style. This is my protective style, where you twist your hair and then you put the cowrie shell at the end. And last week I showed a whole tutorial on how to do it, and then she has a tutorial on how to do it, right? So you might want to check that one out. Last week's video, and I forgot the title of last week's video, but just go 1 week back and you'll find that video, and it'll have a link in the description to where her tutorial is, where she actually show you how to do this hairstyle, right? So that's a little bit about me. I have been retired a couple of years, a few years actually. I think it's 6 years now. And I've been online selling my hair care products, beautiful hair products, full time now for all those years. And it's a dream come true. And you can find my products on www.beautifulhairproducts.com, right? And so that's where you will go to my website and see all that I have to offer you for those who have sister locks. Now, I just want to share a little story with you. So again, remember, our topic is the effects of dyeing your sister locks. So you heard me talk about Rene. So I'm just, as you can see, I am not into coloring. Coloring is beautiful. Some people can really, rock that color and all that. But I know, because I'm really, I'm a scalp health advocate and a hair health advocate. And so anything that will damage my hair, to me, is just not worth it, right? So I've never colored my hair. And but my daughter, Rene, the oldest one, the influential one, right? So when she was in high school, I tell you, that girl, she kept me, right? Kept me going. So she said, "Mom, can I color my sister locks?" Right? And so I told her, no, she cannot color I said, you cannot color your hair, Rene. It's going to damage your hair, right? It's going to damage your hair. So I do not know how that what was she, 16-year-old girl, got a hold to some coloring, right? And I am just, I just was not paying attention. And I was taking them, I don't know where I was. I was taking them to school. They were piling in the car, and I was, I was taking them to school. And I looked back at her. I looked back at her, and her hair, she had that orangey red, well, it was like a burgundy red hair color in her hair. And I looked and I said, Kane, I said, how did you dye your hair? I'm telling you, she must have did it when I was asleep. I don't know. I don't know how that girl how did she even dye her hair? I'm telling you, I don't know. But anyway, she dyed her hair that color, right? And so anyway, I was so mad. Oh, good. But hey, it was her hair. I was not responsible. And I tell you, so anyway, she dyed her hair. Then I kept telling her, do not put heat on your hair, right? And so, she used that's when the flat iron was really, really getting popular and everything. And so, she of course was in high school, and her locks was starting to pop a little bit, and it was really cute. And so she wanted to have straighter sister locks, right? Oh, and so anyway, she started, flat ironing her sister locks. It was cute, right? The style was cute. It was just like it was flowing and all, but it was damaging her hair because, of course, she did it too often, right? And so with the coloring in her hair, the dye in her hair, on top of the heat, her hair just was starting to be like straw, and it was just starting to just come out, just starting to just pull out, right? And so it damaged her sister locks. And so I don't know, I tell you, I don't even know how we even started to try and rescue her hair or try to repair her damaged hair. But needless to say, coloring, as you can see, I'm going somewhere with this, right? So not only the heat with the coloring, but coloring itself is damaging to your hair, right? And I'm going to read a little bit of this article here. And so when I was actually doing sister locks, right, I used to have my clients sign a waiver. Now my daughter, Kane, the one that dyed her hair, right, she loved coloring. So, but she wasn't licensed at the time, but people wanted to have their hair colored. So they didn't mind, her coloring their hair. And so anyway, I said, listen, I'm going to make a waiver, and you all have to sign that waiver, and I'm not responsible for any your hair coming out or whatever. So I had lots of people that got the services from her, right? They love, and she did an excellent job on coloring your hair. However, right, some clients, when they come, their hair was hard and like straw, right? And so anyway, it just damaged their hair. And then I had a client that just, and the blonde color, oh my God, the blonde is the absolute worst, right? And lots of ladies like that blonde, highlighted, color. But that is the absolute worst because all that your hair has to go through. So let me go ahead and read a little bit of my article here that I have so that you will understand the plight that I am talking about for those of you who insist on coloring your hair. So 95% of our hair is made up our hair period is made up of protein, right? And 95% of it is protein and 5% is water, right? And so these proteins, these hair strands, they act like shingles, like a roof, right? So like in California. So I'm from California, and they have some roofs that they're like layers, right? They're really pretty. It's like laying bricks. And so it's like a layer here, then it's a layer there, and then it's a layer here. So that's how our hair strands, it protects our hair strands underneath, right? And so that's how the hair is constructed, right? And so applying permanent or demi-permanent hair dye or bleach creates a chemical reaction that causes these protective proteins, right? These shingles to lift, allowing chemicals to penetrate the strand. There, the hair dye alters the chemical makeup of the hair, but it results in the color change, right? That's how your hair color, that's how your hair changes colors. It goes up under the roof, up under the shingles of your hair, and it penetrates those strands, and it alters the chemical makeup of your hair. Now, the permanent or demi-permanent hair dye is a different process from temporary or semi-permanent hair dyes. Temporary dyes leave color on your hair but don't usually penetrate deeper layers, though they can still damage your hair. Okay, so this is also true for alternatives or traditional hair dye like Kool-Aid. Have anybody ever dyed their hair using Kool-Aid? I've never heard of that before, right? So can you imagine? Oh my God, if Kool-Aid can dye your hair, can you imagine what it can do on the inside of your body? My. So Kool-Aid is an alternative hair dye. Can you believe that? Right? Carrot juice. Now I know carrot juice can turn your skin tone orange, right? I've seen some the lighter hue people that's really into the carrot juice and all, and their palms, their hands are orangey, their face is orangey, right? So I know that that can definitely change the color tone of your hair. And also coffee. Have you ever dyed your hair using coffee? Right? Make a comment in the comment section and let me know if you've ever used these alternative hair dyes. Coffee, carrot juice, or Kool-Aid, right? So altering the hair's protein structure through permanent or demi-permanent dyeing can cause side effects, which includes loss of hair strength, right? Less ability for your hair to handle heat styling, reduced hair thickness, increased roughness of hair follicles. Now, how many of you out there have these symptoms, right? And you wonder why your hair is breaking off and why it's so dry and all that, right? It has a lot to do with the coloring because it changes the chemical makeup of your hair. So keep it in mind that the hair dyeing process changes the hair by nature, right? The if your hair is already thin or brittle, dyeing it can make it even weaker, right? Now the following are some chemicals commonly used in hair dyeing, okay, like bleach, right? Bleaching hair alters the pigments that gives its color, right? And your hair loses its strength, the moisture, and the ability to withstand the heat, right? And so that's why steaming, right? Where's my steamer? That's why steaming is so important because that lifts your hair strands up as well, and it gets the moisture up under those hair strands, the layers, right? The layers of your hair, and so it adds that moisture back into your hair. Some hair is just totally dead. It's nothing you can do. Sometimes you just have to clip it, kind of clip it off a little bit because the protein is completely wiped out of the hair. But if you wanted, the best thing to do is to steam your hair, because that also lifts, like I said, your strands of your hair, and the moisture can get up under the roof of your hair strands, right? And so bleaching is usually done by applying hair dye that contains hydrogen peroxide. Now, when I was growing up, I remember my aunt used to use hydrogen peroxide, and I don't even know what all she used to do, but she used to dye her hair, right? And I remember she always needed hydrogen peroxide. And so this is what it does. Hydrogen peroxide is an oxidizing agent. This means that it activates the hair color, but the oxidizing process does cause damage, right? And so let me stop that right now. Okay, so now henna. Okay, let's look at some alternatives, right? So henna is supposed to be safe, right? But it says henna is a natural semi-permanent hair dye. However, natural doesn't mean less damage, right? A 2019 study found that henna dyes can damage your hair, resulting in coarser, more brittle hair, right? And when the henna dye was left on longer than an hour, the damage was similar to that of bleaching your hair, right? And I remember my sister used to do henna, right? And her hair was so dry afterwards, right? And so anyway, yeah, henna, that's not one of the ones that you can rely on either. It says henna can also cause contact dermatitis, right? And skin irritation, especially if you're allergic to any of the compounds or ingredients in the henna ink, right? So, yeah, so again, it's obviously this is not a good alternative either. I guess it's better than bleach, but if you leave it on too long, it acts the same as bleach, right? And then PPD. Now I cannot pronounce this word. Phenylendiamine. I don't know how to pronounce that, but PPD is a chemical compound commonly found in hair dyes that require an oxidizer like hydrogen peroxide. And some people have an allergic reaction, to that as well. So, so when it comes to lightening your hair, the more you have to bleach it, the greater the damage, right? So, I've seen some blondes, and I'm talking about white women and black women. Their hair looks like straw, no doubt. Looks like straw. And I mean, it's like all the life is sucked out of it, right? And because blonde, to really lift those layers, those hair strands, right? It really takes a lot for that, for your hair to go through and receive that lighter color, and it just really dries it out, right? It really dries it out, and it really is the greater damage is done when you use, especially the bleach blonde, right? So now let's see. It says that how can I repair damaged hair? Well, a lot of times, like I said, if you're still using heat and chemicals, really, you're not going to have the optimal, beautiful hair health that you always wanted, right? But you can help to protect it, right? With conditioning agents in the dye, right? And so you want to help to minimize the degree of damage by using hydrolyzed silk proteins, right? You want to let hair dryers and flat irons and curling irons go. You don't need any more heat on your hair, right? And so you want to protect it by applying like a thermal heat protectant, either like a spray or a lotion on your hair. And I'm talking about Sisterlocks, right? Because you can You can do your sister locks. You can style your sister locks like you do loose hair, but almost, right? And so, and a lot of women do it. I don't do it. I don't put any hot heat on my hair. I only put wet heat on my hair via the steamer, right? And like with this style here, right? So my hair, I had washed my hair, I shampooed my hair, conditioned it, oiled it, I steamed it, then I twisted it and put my cowrie shell, and it's been a whole week almost. It's I think I did my hair on Sunday, no, Saturday night. And so I will keep it in until my next me time, right? On Sunday. I will keep it in. Now I will determine whether I'm going to take this out, because when I take it out, it's going to have a curly style. So it's like two styles in one. And like during the week, like tonight, I'm going to put my argan oil, dot it through my hair, massage it real good, right? I'll probably even spray it, right? And then I'll continue to wear it for the week, right? And so I love this style because it's very convenient, it's cute, right? And there is very versatile. You can pin it up, you know what I'm saying? And you will have a second style, once you take it out, or you, like I said, you play around with this style. But I do not put any dry heat in my hair. I only put wet heat in my hair via the steamer, right? And so I have absolutely no breakage, no problem with my edges or anything, right? And so if you're choosing to dye your hair, you want to protect it with some type of lotion or some type of thermal spray or something like that, right? And then you should allow time to pass by before you color it again. Some people say they do it every 6 months. Some people do it every 6 weeks. Some people can't stand to see any dark roots. They want to keep it the color that they dyed it. And I'm telling you, your hair is suffering for it, right? And so anyway, so you want to have time to pass between before you dye it again. And you want to use moisturizing shampoos and conditioners, right? Now, of course, I have the moisturizing shampoo and conditioner. I have the peppermint line, the argan line, and the lavender line. The lavender line is really super moisturizing, right? Because it has the lanolin, it has the jojoba and the coconut oil in it, aloe vera, right? So those conditioners, that conditioner is actually perfect if your hair is really, really dry and vulnerable, right? So that's what you want to use, is moisturizing shampoos and conditioners. Um, and then it recommend that if you choose to dye your hair, to dye it the as natural, closer to the natural color as possible. But isn't that why people dye their hair? Because they don't like the natural color, right? So that doesn't make sense, right? So in rare instances, there are people that have severe allergic reactions where their lips and their eyes swell, right? And I don't know if you've seen online, there's a lawsuit going on with different companies, a company or a lawsuit about, cancer in relation to hair dyes, right? And so my question to you is it really worth dyeing your hair? I'm telling you, I just don't like it when people say, see your hair, if my hair was like your hair, and if I had, my gray come in like your gray, then I'd dye my hair, right? And so I wouldn't dye my hair. And so I like, look, y'all, stop it. You are you and I am I. We have to start accepting ourselves for who we are. God made us the way that we are. My hair comes in, of course, I would love for my hair to just have one long streak of gray. I think that is so pretty. But listen, look at all this gray around the perimeter. I call it my halo, right? I can't change it. My mother's hair is almost completely white. So, of course, it's in my genetics, right? And so I am not going to risk my health. I'm not going to try to be like somebody else. I'm not going to damage my hair just because I'm afraid of what some people will say, that she looks old, or what. I don't feel old. I don't feel I look old. And to each his own. Look, I'm me, right? And so I want you to stop saying, if my hair looked like such and such. It doesn't look like such and such. Your hair look like it looks the way it looks. So accept that, embrace it, and keep it stepping, right? What's more important, your health or how somebody perceive you? That's how I feel about it, right? And so the takeaway for this is that hair dyes causes damage. That's the bottom line. It causes damage, and practicing hair-friendly techniques like limiting heat, styling, conditioning your hair can help to minimize the damage whenever possible. But dyeing your hair closer to its natural color is also less exposure to hair dye and possible damage. But in my opinion, it's like, why would you even dye it anyway if you're going to dye it close to your own color? That's the whole purpose, is to dye it a whole different color than your hair. So really, is it worth going through all that, right? So you answer that question. If it's worth it to you, if it's not worth it to you, put your comments down in the comment section and let's chat about it. Okay? All right. Okay. Hey, Carolyn. So you said, how often do you steam? I steam my hair every week. Sundays is my day, right? And so we're right now in the steaming challenge, and the steaming challenge is 12 weeks, and you are to steam your hair. You're supposed to give your hair some love from week to week. That may be too much for some people, but I'm telling you, my hair has grown by leaps and bounds like wildflowers because of it, right? And I have people that's in the steaming challenge with me that have the same testimony. And so with the case study is a very focused study where you study your own hair. You take before pictures, after pictures. When we finish up the study, you mark down whatever changes that you're experiencing. If you see hair growth, like where it was kind of bald or something, and you experience some hair growth, that you jot that down. And you journal throughout your whole 4-week process. And that, so we're studying our hair, and we're building a closer relationship with our natural hair. That's the whole purpose. My mission and my goal is to encourage you all to fall in love with your own natural hair, right? And embrace who you are, and stop envying other people's hair, and work on your hair becoming the crush hair, right? You know how some people say, oh, she is my crush. Oh my God, her hair is my crush. Let's work on us, becoming the crush hair, right? And I'm telling you, I've never had anybody to tell me my hair was gorgeous before until last week, right? And so, we can always compare ourselves to other people. And so that person was saying, your hair is just so gorgeous, right? Your hair is just gorgeous. And it was like, wow, nobody has really ever said. And it's because it's getting healthy. I'm telling you, I'm elated, and I want to take you all, you and you and you and you, on a ride with me if you want to go, so that you can obtain soft, manageable, healthy, strong sister locks. That's my goal, right? Where are my peeps at? Raise your hand if that's what you want to do, and let's connect, and I can take you where you want to go, right? Via using beautiful hair. And this study is exclusively using beautiful hair products and this steamer, right? And so we have to be patient with our hair, because a lot of times we just say, forget it. We throw a wig on our hair, and, that's not showing our hair any love. And then you wonder why your hair is reflective of that, right? And so everyone's hair is not the same. That's right. I always felt that way. Just want healthy hair. I totally agree, Carolyn. Yes. And so that's exactly what I'm all about in my group, Beautiful Hair Products. Right. So let me give you all the URL to get to our group. I have a Facebook group. On Facebook, it's called Beautiful Hair Products and Sisterlocks, right? So we talk about nothing but beautiful hair products, steaming, and your Sisterlocks. Our whole goal is to get healthy, strong, beautiful, moisturized, soft, manageable, stylable, healthy Sisterlocks. That is what my goal is, and I have a solution for you, and they are called Beautiful Hair Products. This is going on my 14th year of offering my beautiful hair products to the entire world, and it's been a blast, right? And so, if you want to get on that train, raise your hand, let's connect, and come go with me, right? All right. Now, so the question again is it worth going through all that you have to go through just to have hair color in your hair? Damage, your hair is hard, it's dry, right? And it's weak, it's not as strong as it can be, right? And so that's what we want to ask ourselves. Is it really worth it? And if it's worth it to color your hair, why? Why do you feel that it's worth it? If it's not worth coloring your hair anymore or period, why? Right? Why would you say it's not worth it? Right? So how do I get the Facebook? How do I get the Facebook notifications? What Facebook notifications? How about when I go live in the group, Carolyn? Um, I don't know which. Just clarify that. Just let me know. Are you talking about when I go live, or what? Do you want to be in the are you interested in joining our steaming challenge and or our okay. So are you interested in joining our case study? Because we started it, it's a 4-week case study, and I'm going to have another one coming up, right? And so it's not too late to get started, because you have to get your products, you have to get your steamer if you don't have one already. So if you want to, jump in on the next one, which will probably be in the next 2 weeks, uh it will probably be I'll it'll be a I'll have to the date is to be announced. I'm working on that now. I got some things that I'm working on, and it's just going to get better and better. This group that's with me now is my beta group, right? Maybe I'll join the net. Okay, that sounds great. That sounds great. I can't wait to have you join us. So I will reach out to you. You reach out to me and let me know. I'll put, let me see here. I have the, yeah, here you go. This is the link that you would go to, Carolyn, to fill out our online form. It's a survey, and you answer the questions, and then we can go through the process of setting you up and getting you all fitted and ready for the next case study. So that's the link there that you would need to click on, and go through the survey, right? And then we will go from there. I'll get you started and set up, for the next case study. I am so excited. I would love to have you. Yes. So let me summarize what we talked about. We know that coloring damages, right? It damages our hair, right? It could damage our health as well. There is a lawsuit that I've been seeing on social media about the effects of coloring, and not just coloring, but perms, right? Chemical perms. Our skin is the most porous of on our body, right? Whatever we put on our scalp just seeps right down into the bloodstream. That's how sensitive and how porous our scalp is. So whenever you put, like for instance, for instance, I had put some tea tree oil, not even tea tree oil, peppermint oil in my scalp one time. I think I had it in a hair rinse that I was putting, and I've just squirted it all over my head, and I had aloe vera gel in there and some other things. And I'm telling you, my eyes, I was going like this because it just seeps right down into your skin, right into your bloodstream, right? And so when we put the perms on our hair, that chemical goes right down into our bloodstream, and those chemicals have been associated with cancer and gangrene. I've even heard of gangrene under people's scalp. And there's just and it's really prevalent in the Black women's community because some of us resent our hair. Some of us have been made to feel like our hair is ugly, is nasty, um, it's bad hair, right? But it's not. It's beautiful hair. It's resilient hair. It's a wonder some of us still even have hair. Right? And so you have to start, falling in love with your own hair and taking care of your hair, right? So I'm a natural hair care expert, right? That is my lane, right? And so I want to, continue to reach out and touch other people and encourage them to start loving on their hair. Now, one last announcement. It just so happened that when the steaming challenge is over, which is March 26th on Sunday, March 26th, the case study is also over on that day. So we're going to celebrate two events, the hair steaming challenge and the case study challenge. And we're going to celebrate live on social media just like this on March 26th at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. And of course, I'll come out and I'll have more announcements and more detail on that. But set your calendar to celebrate with us live and in living color on social media. That is YouTube, my Facebook, Instagram. We're going to be live right here on March 26th at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. And we're going to celebrate hair growth, hair health, a great study, and a great steaming challenge, right? And so I just wanted to put that out to you guys. And remember, those on YouTube, if you like what I was talking about, give me a thumbs up, like the video, make a comment, right? Ask a question in the comment section, and also subscribe, right? Become a subscriber and hit the bell notification because I pretty much go live every week right here. Sometime I do a little, I may go live in between, so I'll probably get two lives in a week, but I definitely always, come on live on Wednesday, right? And so with that, ladies and maybe a gentleman, I'd like to thank you so much for hanging with me. And just before I leave, right? That's right, I forgot. Just before I leave, I wanted to share some of my products with you all right here online. So, for instance, for those who are truly interested in steaming their hair, here is the hair spa steamer, right? And so, if you want the steamer, there the QR code is, and you can, take that picture and it'll take you right to my website, right? And you'll see what that steamer, you get some goodies with the steamer. You can buy a steamer anywhere, right? But you can't buy this one because I add goodies with my steamers, right? You get tools and accessories that go with the steamer. and the steamer comes right straight to your door from the manufacturer. And then I send you some goodies. You'll go on the website and you'll see all that you get with your steamer. And now these collections, this is a complete collection. You get everything, right? You get all the products, you get all the tools and accessories that go with the steamer and the products, plus you get a steamer. And that complete package is just $497. You get publications, you get the training videos. Go on my website, take the QR code, go on my website and see all that you get. And I have it available in all three collections. So this is the argan collection. Now this is the lavender collection, right? I'm telling you, you cannot beat this offering with a stick. Right? This is an excellent offer for you. You get everything, and it's like a one, what do you call it? A one and done, right? But the only thing that you would have to keep ordering when you run out is your hair care products, right? But you get to keep the steamer, you get to keep the training videos, you get to keep all the other stuff that you get, the super absorbent towel cap and the satin cap and the pillowcase, the satin pillowcase, and I mean, you get a lot. You get a beautiful jeweled bobby pin, and I mean, you get a lot, right? In this, and so it's only $497. Now, listen, you have made, now that's our lavender collection. Here is our peppermint collection, right? You have made an investment in your Sisterlocks, in your hair. Sisterlocks is not a cheap hairstyle, as we all know, right? And so you want to stop using cheap stuff in your hair. You want the best in your hair, right? Because when you use the best, you're going to get the best results. And so Beautiful Hair Products is especially formulated for those who wear Sisterlocks, and especially those who have damaged Sisterlocks, who's tired of slow growing Sisterlocks, who's tired of itchy scalp and dry, crunchy hair. That's what my specialty is, right? Sisterlocks Beautiful Hair Products is especially for Sisterlocks. So I just want to share that with you. We also, so go on my website, and at the top you'll see where it says BHP Moisturizing System Bundles. We also have a bundle that if you already have a steamer, I'm looking for it now here. Let's see. If you already have a steamer, we have the basic, right here we go. We have the basic moisturizing system bundle where it has just the hair care products, and it has the towel cap, the satin cap, and the satin pillowcase, right? And then you get the 8 quick and easy recipes and tips for 4C hair. That's a little ebook, and you can use that to make hair body butters and some more hair oils. So you get that, and this comes without the steamer and a lot of the other bonuses that you get with the complete. But this is an alternative, and we have it in the argan set. We have it in the peppermint collection and the lavender collection. It comes in all three collections, right? So go on there and see what we have. I have something for everybody, right? And so then also, if you just want to try the product, right, before you make the commitment to go all in, right? You just kind of tiptoeing through the tulips. We have our try it size, right? And so those are the 4-ounce size. They're the half size of the full size. And we have that also. And with that comes a little terry cloth towel cap. And so you can try, we have that in the argan, the peppermint, and the lavender. This is the argan set. Here is the lavender set right here. And it's just, and you get all that, and it comes with free shipping, right? So you are free to try. That's the lavender. Here is the peppermint, right? So it comes in all three collections, And so I just wanted to share that with you and just let you know we are here for you. That's what our specialty is. My 16-year-old son, you see how bare those that display is, that cabinet is. We're getting ready to do a large production, so you guys get what you can now, because I'm telling you, these products are flying off the shelf, and you want to get them now, right? And we'll be more than happy to fill your order. Okay, let's see if there's any other questions or comments. I do not see any questions or comments here. And so let's see, what is this one here? Okay, so okay, yeah, this is the try. That's the URL for that particular product. But you already take the picture of it, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for hanging tough with me this evening. I always enjoy you guys. I always enjoy when I can spend time with you. And until next week, reach out to me. My contact information is in the description, or you can just DM me, right? And you'll get in touch with me. All right. So you guys, y'all have a good evening, and I will talk to you soon. Peace.